That's Runaway Ranch oak right there, baby.
It's a little embarrassing. Don't judge us.
And to clear some of the hillside, we want that to be able to be pasture.
Get your meat organs in, they're very, very beneficial.
Oh boy, she wants to drive. Oh boy.
Sometimes life gets a little turned upside down.
This will be a major transformation that will start to paint that actual picture of what it's gonna look like.
Welcome to another day at the Runaway Ranch. We're Matt and Cass. Living unconventionally is conventional for us. From traveling all over the US in a bus, to the rural parts of Mexico in a van, and now the build out of our fully off-grid homestead. The road from this raw land to our dream will be a long one, and we'll be taking our time through the learning, not sure if it's gonna work, the celebrations, and, well, the mistakes.
Well, I really messed up.
After all, we have nowhere to be and all day to get there.
It is a beautiful 60-degree February day here, and we are so excited for that. And we have some big news. The big 4,800 watt solar system that we have been working on for quite some time now is finally live. So we have the battery hooked up to the panels, and we have the AC line ran to the camper, and the camper is currently running on energy that's being powered from those panels. But that's not what today's video is about. Next week we'll have a full tour of our entire off-grid solar system, so make sure you hit the bell so that you get notified when that video comes out next week.
Where is it?
Oh, I actually see it. There we go.
So the cabin is a bit of a mess. It's a little embarrassing, but it won't be a mess for long. We have plans to clean this baby up and get her looking good. So, surprisingly enough, today's project is actually in the camper. Some of the projects that we thought we were gonna get to right off the bat when we first started renovating the camper, well, just didn't happen. For example, this cabinet. This cabinet has basically become just a big junk drawer. We kind of just throw everything in it. We took it out thinking that we were gonna do it right off the bat. It didn't happen. But today, we are. The idea today is that we're gonna clean out all of the crap that is in here. We're gonna take these cabinet doors off and actually install one over here. We're gonna mount a piece of plywood here, and our TV will actually be hanging up here, so we have all this floor space on the ground. I know, this area is a mess. Don't judge us. Just some egg cartons. I've actually been saving these. So when we have chickens, I have egg cartons to put their eggs in, and I can actually give them to people. But right now, it's just kind of hoarding up some space. Also, look how cute this is. Oh, this is one's for a Tolly. sometimes life gets a little turned upside down. When we got Stetson, a lot of the projects in here took a back burner because we had another dog, a big dog, coming in. We had to prep the space in here so that it was suitable for him, suitable for us. Just kind of get into the vibe of how we were all going to function in this space, which I think so far we've done a very good job at doing. I'm very excited to get some of these projects just to get some of the clutter out of here and make it feel more like a home. This cabinet just keeps getting more and more things coming out of it. Like this one. I got this for Stets around Christmas, right after we got him. Well, I got it for Matt because it's Jets, you know? But I don't know if it'll fit him anymore. I don't know if he'll wear it. He might tear it up now. But it's so cute.
All right, so all the materials that we're using today are reused. So the side that the cabinet doors are actually moving to, that original opening, we're just reusing the piece that was already there. That's the piece that used to connect up into the ceiling that really cut off the space that we didn't like. So now I'm cutting it to length so that it's just the size of the cabinet. Then we'll cut the hole in it for the door so that we can access the cabinet itself. And for the big opening where Cass just removed the cabinet doors, we are using this sheet of plywood, which came off the crates that our solar panels came in. It's actually really, really good quality plywood. So when we took it off the crates, I stuck it under the cabin so that they'd stay dry and wouldn't start peeling. It held up pretty well, so we're gonna reuse that. It should be thick enough to hold the weight of the monitor, but if it's not, I'll just reinforce it with a 1x3 behind it, and that'll give it plenty of strength. Let's get to work.
You're not chewing Mom's shoe, are you? Me? Never. That's not what you're doing, right? I love you.
So now that our camper is hooked up to our big solar array, it's time to rehome our Bluetti AC300 and B300. Now this right here on the future shed deck is not its future home. Its future home is actually gonna be to power some awesome things we'll be working on in the cabin in the future, but today it's powering the little project we're working on. While the Bluetti AC300 and B300 is a larger and heavier unit, it still is mobile. And this size allows it to pack a punch with a 3072 watt-hour battery and a 3000 watt inverter. This power and this mobility makes it a very versatile power station. Now today I'm powering a jigsaw, I'm recharging our drill and circular saw batteries, charging up this JBL speaker, and much more. Cass is even taking the shop vac later to vacuum out our new solar shed, and the great thing is while all these different devices are running, we don't have to worry, the Bluetti is gonna be able to power it. One of my favorite features while working on projects outside with this is on the top of the Bluetti AC300 is a wireless charging pad that I can just drop my phone on and keep it charging, but I can quickly grab it whenever I need it to use a calculator for measurements or things like that. A great feature of the AC300 is eco mode, and this is great for projects like today when I'm using power very intermittently. Its default is to every 4 hours, and if the power is 20 watts or less, it's gonna go into the super eco mode, which is gonna preserve power. You can also update this throughout the Bluetti app on your phone. And the best part is, while we're sitting here using power, we have our Bluetti 350 watt portable solar panel to refill the juice right back into our battery from the sun. Thank you to Bluetti for sponsoring this week's video. Bluetti's been around for a long time. They were founded in 2012, so they're not a new player to the solar generator game, and their quality reflects that. And we're excited to be partnered with a brand that's motivated by the projects and work we're doing here on the Runaway Ranch. And the Bluetti AC300 and B300 is an excited product that can grow with your needs. We're gonna be moving this to the cabin very soon, and we're gonna be tripling our battery supply because these are all expandable. Click click the link in the description below to head over to the Bluetti website and check out how they have a solution to fit whatever project you're working on.
Matt and I were just reflecting on how much better you get at things. Like even the things that aren't that big of projects, how much more efficiently you can do them. Like cutting a hole within a hole for the cabinet door and stuff like that. Like when we converted the bus in 2020, like we knew a little bit about doing some home projects, but we were very, very new to doing DIY things by ourselves, all of that. And like now it's just like it comes so much easier. And that's why being here is so fun, because it challenges those things. I hope I didn't have chicken wing juice on my face. What are you eating?
Fits.
Nice. I mean, it looks good. We should just stain it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the TV's gonna cover like the whole thing.
The whole thing basically anyways.
I actually like the wood on wood.
It looks nice. Done.
Yeah, right? Simple
And
too.
a TV, and we have space right here.
Free 99.
Free 99.
Yeah.
Good job, baby.
Just reusing all the materials from those solar panel pallets.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Ugh, it is so nice to have the camper door open. I got the puppies all right here hanging out. They love it. They can come in and out as they please. It's been very, very nice. But right now I gotta do some cooking. I gotta make them their treats. So it's really, really important to me that not only me and Matt are getting the proper nutrition that we need, but also our animals. So I home make some of their food, and for all of their treats, I either do chicken livers, I do beef livers, I do chicken gizzards. I try to do some type of organ meat that they don't normally get in their diet, because the treats that you get from the grocery store or the pet store, they're just really not good, they're really expensive, and they're just full of processed crap. So chicken livers are on the menu. I actually like them. A lot of places around the area serve them, and I actually like them like covered in batter and, you know, buffalo sauce, jerk sauce, whatever. And they're super good for people too. Get your meat organs in, they're very, very beneficial, nutrient dense, but they do skeeve me out when I cook them a little bit.
Honey, it looks like you have an audience.
I do have an audience.
Mom, can we get some of those chicken livers? Can we get some chicken livers, Mom? Can you spare some crumbs? Okay, the door is on. Honey, you want to come take a look at it all together from up here?
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty nice.
Door looks good.
Yep.
Doesn't look like a mess anymore. Nice!
Nice, right?
So
it's clean.
good!
And it's all just reused products of what we've had already.
Boom. Like done. And then the TV goes right here.
Yep.
And we have all this space again.
All right, last part of the project is just putting the TV up in 3, 2, project done. We haven't had a TV set up like this in over 3 years. Good morning.
Good morning.
After spending the better part of a day working on our house, it's back to outdoor projects.
Gotta get back outside.
Check
Divide
out
and conquer.
Exactly. So I am currently standing in what's gonna be our garden area. And if you remember a couple weeks ago, we dropped a few trees to clear out some space for the garden. The one had some rotting issues, so we wanted to get rid of that. Today, what I'm gonna be doing is lobbing up these trees and moving them out. So we had a guy over on the property to give us a quote the other day to kind of level our garden area so that it's a more level and even surface, and to clear some of the hillside going down to what we call the barn site. We liked what we heard, so we're gonna have him come in and do it. But before he can do that, I wanna get these trees out because they're gonna make great seasoned firewood for us. Both of the live trees were oaks, so that's gonna be great. That's Runaway Ranch oak right there, baby. And the hillside that we'll be clearing is to my right, your left, depending on the screen. Yeah, on the screen it'll be left, I think. We'll be going down the hill some, and we want that to be able to be pasture, so that when we get any sort of hooved animals, we actually do have pasture that they can graze on. It's also going to open up the view really nicely down, and because our property was previously logged, all of the land that we're clearing there is very thick, dense, low-growth forest. None of it's really any old growth, and the few old trees, we're actually gonna try to have them bulldoze around to keep those for little shade spots. The project of land clearing is something that we're really excited about because we had all of these different ideas when we first got here. The land was really raw and it wasn't ours yet. And this will be a major transformation that will start to paint that actual picture of what it's gonna look like. So once this is all cleared, we plan to plant a cover crop or some sort of grass that's gonna be good for grazing animals. This will be our first time doing anything like this. So if any of y'all have any good experience with kind of creating a net new pasture, please comment to let us know what your experience was, what worked for you, and what might be helpful for us, because we're learning all of this right now.
Well, it looks like hubby's gonna luck out and get an extra helping hand.
So we are now just dragging down all the logs over to our barn site so that eventually we can get to splitting this stuff for firewood.
Windy.
Woo, it's windy. So I'm just using the tow strap again and a chain. I gotta get a better rope or another chain for dragging stuff so I'm not beating up my good tow strap, but this chain around the tree should protect it some, and it does the job, so. So this is ultimately where we're putting everything. We're just dragging all the logs down here, and that'll be a good staging area for when we go to turn this all into firewood. Oh boy, she wants to drive. Oh boy, I'm on the back.
Hold on, baby.
Always a little scary when she's driving.
Shut up.
Look at the road.